I respect. He's a great man, Joseph Parker. Like kind of great smile man.
Maybe, why not? Yeah.
Knockout coming tomorrow night? Ah, come on. Fabio Wardley's got a 95% KO ratio for a reason. We're always getting.
When Oleksandr Usyk speaks, the boxing world listens. His words to Fabio Wardley ahead of the Joseph Parker clash weren't just advice. They were a sermon from a master craftsman to a fighter still learning the art. Usyk's message wasn't about hype or emotion. It was about the foundations of greatness. Discipline.
But when I wake up early morning in training, I never have motivation. I have only discipline, because when I wake up, my team too wake up and we go to training. But, I don't have motivation. I today not go to
Grind and focus. The very pillars Joseph Parker lives by. Parker's world is built on those values. Wardley's, by contrast, has been driven by flashes of fame and fast-track momentum. And that's the difference that matters when the gloves start flying. Because in boxing, discipline always...
Beating Fabio will make him active and will, strengthen his claim to be in the top heavyweight in the world.
I win on Saturday night. No one can deny Joseph Parker at that point, can they?
I know, but it was
Barry's hype. Andy Lee's confidence in his fighter doesn't come from empty talk. It comes from evidence. He's seen Parker dismantle world-class opponents with methodical precision. While Fabio's rise has come through local scraps and padded records, this, Lee believes, isn't a contest. It's a correction. Parker's precision and patience will make Fabio look like an amateur once...
Much since I'm serious about my work. I want to punch holes in them tomorrow and teach them a lesson.
You really think you're going to walk through Fabio Wardley? How wary are you of his power?
We've done everything we've done and can to prepare for what he brings. We're wary, we're cautious, but I want to fight fire with fire.
The rhythm sets in. Records don't lie, and neither do levels. Derek Chisora, a man who's been in the trenches himself, nailed it. Conditioning separates contenders from pretenders. That's where Parker shines brightest. His engine doesn't fade. His output doesn't waver, and his composure doesn't...
Early on, boxing has changed now in a way that if you're not fit, you're going to lose a fight, If you're fit, you can chuck a 10 combination punch and regroup and go again. But if you don't have that fitness, you
doesn't crack. Fabio might start strong, but trying to maintain a high pace against a technician like Parker is tactical suicide. When fatigue hits, and it will, Parker won't slow down. He'll hunt, dissect, and dominate. Even Don Charles, who respects Fabio's heart...
Yeah, potentially, but based on paper, Fabio shouldn't be standing there with Joseph Parker, on paper. But guess what? He is, absolutely. Yeah, he's got the dog in him, man. And every time he steps up, they said, he's too far, bridge too far. Every time he's come up trumps. And I don't believe anything changes tomorrow night.
Admits it won't be enough. Heart can take a fighter into the fire, but it can't save him from drowning in experience. The gulf in skill, composure, and ring IQ between these two men is enormous. Parker has lived through pressure at the top, 12-round wars, world title lights.
That's all this fight comes to me. Can he do that against Parker? Parker should be winning most of the rounds. He should be.
And elite adversity. Fabio's just entering the deep end. Effort earns respect, but class earns victory. And Parker owns that domain. Teddy Atlas breaks it down with his trademark clarity. This fight is about execution, not excitement.
I think it's a great fight between the two of them. I think for Joseph Parker, Joseph Parker just has to beat him. This is more the question about Fabio Wardley. Is Fabio Wardley on the rise? Is he going to really make a massive dent or a difference? And this is the opportunity to show if he can or not.
Parker's fundamentals, timing, positioning, and discipline will dictate every exchange. Fabio might have bursts of energy and chaos, but sustained success against Parker's precision is highly unlikely. Class, composure,
I think it's a good fight. I think it is a good fight, of course it is.
And experience win rounds, and Parker checks every box. Johnny Nelson sees the mental side just as clearly. All the pressure sits on Fabio Wardley, he says. Parker's mission is simple: prove superiority. Fabio's mission is far harder: survive the storm. Parker's pedigree leaves no room for guesswork. This isn't about equal opportunity, it's about levels. Parker's coming to remind everyone where he truly stands in the heavyweight hierarchy. Frank Warren sees the evolution. This version of Joseph Parker isn't rebuilding.
It's a really good fight. You talk about styles gelling. It's a fight where the styles will gel. You know, Joe's on a great roll. I think he's won his last 3 now. Former world champion himself. Change of trainers. He's got a good trainer. He's got great rapport with Andy Lee.
He's reborn, Warren said. Under Andy Lee's guidance, Parker's footwork, jab, and rhythm have sharpened dramatically. He's rediscovered his identity, a calm technician with violent intent. Fabio's unpredictable style might make for entertainment, but it plays right into Parker's patience. Frank's point runs deep. Good trainers elevate great fighters. Andy Lee has done exactly that. Parker no longer reacts to opponents. He dictates them. He fights with purpose, not panic. That's what separates champions from hopefuls.
He's great with a jab, he's defensive, he's a masterclass in he does everything really, really well, exceptionally well, but he's also tough. He's never been down, never been put over, never really looked like he'd been hurt.
Froch, known for his brutal honesty, puts it plainly. Parker's skill set is one of the most complete in modern heavyweight boxing. Clean combinations, airtight defense, and unshakable composure under fire. That's Parker's arsenal. Froch emphasizes something crucial. Parker's chin has been tested by the hardest punchers alive, and it's never been cracked. That kind of durability isn't built in a gym, it's forged in war. Wardley, for all his aggression, hasn't been tested at that depth. Froch's assessment draws a line between experience and exposure. Parker has been hardened by elite opposition, while Wardley's record still lacks a defining trial. Against someone this resilient, pressure alone won't cut it.
I just don't think Fabio's got any pressure on him going into this. He's a big underdog. People expect Joseph Parker to win, rightfully so. They're talking about levels, and of course Joe's fought at a much higher level, and his momentum and his shape, and he's in a great place, Joe Parker, so he should win this fight. But Fabio...
Parker's the technician who doesn't break, and that's exactly what makes him lethal. Adam Smith, with his calm, analytical tone, frames the fight for what it truly is. This isn't a 50-50 matchup, it's a clash of levels. Wardley comes in with no pressure and all the noise, but that freedom also highlights his inexperience. Parker, on the other hand, carries the weight of expectation with ease because he's done it before, against far deadlier names. Smith points to Parker's momentum. His recent performances against top-tier opponents have reignited his career. He's not just sharp physically, he's mentally aligned and strategically flawless. Fabio's unpredictability...
More than he can punch very hard, you know, you only have to ask my face. He can really bang, and he's gritty, he's tough and he's gritty, you know, that's definitely his...
Might bring moments of excitement, but those flashes fade fast against a complete, composed, and confident champion. As Smith puts it, this fight isn't about potential. It's about proof, and Parker has already delivered plenty. Fraser Clark, who's felt Wardley's power firsthand, respects his toughness. He's strong, no doubt. He bites down and fights, Clark admits. But he also knows the truth. Raw power doesn't guarantee survival at world level. Parker isn't someone you can simply overpower. You have to outthink him. And that's where Clark sees Wardley's limits. Parker's precision.
Daniel Dubois aside is the most informed heavyweight in the world.
Yeah, both of them in great form, to be fair, yeah.
If anything, I think actually Joseph Parker is in better form than Daniel Dubois, because that spree of fights of Deontay Wilder, Zhilei Zhang.
Yeah, great.
Let's just look at it for what it is.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous because Zhilei Zhang was undefeated, in my opinion, until he faced Joseph Parker.
I'm a bit of a giant killer, Joseph Parker, really, isn't he?
He really has, and I've got to give
Daniel Dubois next on the list.
Shot selection and ring IQ are built to dismantle fighters who rely on chaos. Grit gets you through pain, Clark said, but intelligence wins fights. And Parker has both. He neutralizes chaos, turns brawls into chess matches, and always makes his opponent play by his rules. Fabio might have heart, but Parker has the brain. And in boxing, brains beat brawn almost every time. Tony Bellew echoes that sentiment powerfully. Joseph Parker is operating at a level unmatched in today's heavyweight division, he declares. You don't beat men like Deontay Wilder and Zhilei Zhang by chance. You beat them through timing, accuracy, and composure under pressure.
It's a good fight for Joe, I believe anyway. I believe it's a good fight for Joe. It's dangerous because they're heavyweights, anything goes. But I feel like Joe's too experienced, too smart, too sharp. And yeah, he'll be...
Bellew sees Parker's resurgence for what it is. The return of a silent assassin. A man once written off who's now systematically dismantling the best of the division. Bellew calls Parker the giant killer, and he's right. Fabio Wardley may look sharp, but compared to the monsters Parker has conquered, he's a newcomer walking into a reality check. Parker's dominance isn't hype, it's earned through fire. Hamza Shiraz, one of Britain's sharpest rising stars, adds another layer. Heavyweight boxing is chaos, he says. One punch can change everything. But Parker controls that chaos. That control comes from...
He's given me motivation to train every day because he's here as well. So a training partner is a vital thing for me. Without a training partner, things become difficult. You know how hard I like to train? So to come in here and train on my own like that, I can, and I do. But it's easier if Joe's here, you know? Yeah. So, yeah, friendship and the brotherhood and the training partner is probably the most important things anyone can ever have. And I feel like I can trust Joe with anything, to be fair.
Experience. Parker's seen it all. Speed, power, trickery. And he's adapted every time. Under Andy Lee, that adaptability has evolved into a weapon. Parker doesn't just react to danger. He prevents it. Wardley's unpredictability gives him a puncher's chance, but Parker's composure kills that advantage quickly. Shiraz sums it up best. This isn't just a fight, it's a demonstration of what experience looks like when paired with confidence. And then there's Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King himself. When he speaks about Parker, it's with conviction and respect. Training alongside Fury has turned Parker from disciplined to dangerous. Fury has seen the transformation firsthand. Sharper reflexes, relentless fitness, and an unmistakable hunger to dominate. If the world's best heavyweight says Parker's ready, one commentator said, that says it all? Wardley may have youth on his side, but Parker's preparation has weaponized his composure. Fury puts it simply. Fabio Wardley isn't just facing a fighter, he's facing a machine built for destruction. Every sign points the same way. Speed, control, intensity, and elite conditioning. This fight won't be a duel, it'll be a dismantling. As fight night looms, the air thickens with tension and certainty. Joseph Parker stands on the edge of another great chapter, refined, ruthless, and reborn. Across from him stands Fabio Wardley, carrying the noise, hunger, and weight of ambition. But this isn't a fair fight. It's a collision between pedigree and potential. Parker's composure and precision versus Wardley's recklessness and fire. And history tells us how that ends. Parker's been through storms far fiercer than this. He doesn't flinch. He finishes. Fabio might start fast, but Parker will end it. With control, dominance, and statement-making brutality. This is legacy in motion. Experience versus adrenaline. Class versus chaos. And Joseph Parker's already written the ending. Now your call. Who takes it under the bright lights? Parker's precision or Wardley's wild heart? Drop your prediction below.